him with the right hand, and both men clash heads. There you see it. I don't think that was intentional in any way, but the worst of it for Mares because it happened right on his left eye.
You know, Alan, Gus, I'm going to make a point. He's been getting hit with these low blows since round one. It could be a possibility that this is why he's so, got the starch out of him now. Because when you get hit low, it takes something from you. Your legs is the first to go.
Yeah, even though he wasn't sharp right from the get-go, the fact is he had his moments in this fight, and those things can have an impact. You're right. That's why we have rules in the sport. Press row scoring, and you see that everyone's pretty much on board here with almost virtually the same scoring, with Mares having an edge. Agbeko's getting his left hook in a bit, but again, that's not his #1 weapon. He's got to get back to the right hand, which, of course, a couple of rounds ago hurt Mares badly.
And out of 28 wins, he has 22 knockouts. So this guy has the capability of ending it with one shot.
Absolutely, and since we've seen him already hurt Mares with the right hand, it's not at all out of the question. He's digging a hole for himself now, but there's still rounds left, and a couple knockdowns could change the complexion of this fight.
There's two things you look for when you say a fighter is on his game. It's distance and it's timing. And it seems like Joseph Agbeko is struggling with both of those things tonight.
Yeah, it's a really good point. And surprising because he was so perfect in his last fight against Perez. But again, fight postponed, had to do 2 training camps, reboot after the injury. Lot to ask.
And not only did he have to do 2 training camps, but yesterday he had to lose weight. Initially weighed in at 118.2 left, lost the weight, came back, weighed in at a even 118.
And he's the one that suffered the injury. Oh. Now Russell Moore's not even bothering to look anymore. I mean, I hate to do this. I hate criticizing officials. That was a left hand right in the worst spot. How do you not take a point away at that point?
Joseph Agbeko has been hit low.
He's telling Agbeko to get his head up.
Countless times in this fight, dating back to the opening round.
And this takes nothing away from Mares' performance. He's very good. He's warning Agbeko for everything except being a part of Watergate.
2 fighters exchanging at the end of the round as Joseph Agbeko slowly walks back to the corner and sits down.
Repeat.
It's getting tight. He's getting tired. You're waiting for him. You don't wait for him.
Okay.
He's getting tired.
Now we got to do something.
You see the head movement by Agbeko, the jab misses, and then he comes with a right hand. That's one of his better moments, obviously.
And he's landed a couple solid right hands in this particular round. I don't know if it was enough to win it.
And let's take a look at this one, Antonio. just a touch low, and that one comes on the belt line, but that was one of a number.
I tell you what, sitting down is not the problem. It's getting up when you're getting hit low.
I'm so sorry to be a broken record on this. I don't like doing it, but come on.
This is the 8th round scheduled for 12 for the Showtime Bantamweight Tournament Championship, as well as the IBF World Championship. Joseph Agbeko, the champion, in gold. Abner Mares looking for his first world title. 25 years old in gray and black.
And if Mares was to win tonight, he'd be the first fighter for the Golden Boy Promotions Group to win a world title that they took from an 0-0 fighter. And he said that means a lot to him because he said, they're like my family and I want to reward them for what the confidence that they've shown in me.
Mares, a Mexican Olympian, grew up in Hawaiian Gardens, California.
And in the fighters meeting, we asked him, had he heard from Oscar De La Hoya lately? He said no, but I'll tell you, if he pulls this victory off, he'll be hearing a lot from Oscar De La Hoya.
And let's take a look at the power punches.
Yeah, a very big edge from Mares. The body punches, a lot of the hooks to the head, and some straight right hands. And there again, he looks to go low, and gets a warning from Russell Mora. Well, we're in round 8. Why not?
Get your punches up.
Beautiful combination by Mares. The jab and a straight right hand.
Nice right hand by Agbeko.
And if Agbeko going to change this fight around, it's going to be with that overhand right that he's had some success with tonight.
Well, it's the punch we thought coming in would be important for him, and he just, it's only been there sporadically.
Only one knockdown in this fight. Round 1 with Mares knocking down Agbeko. Agbeko slipping and being punched simultaneously. Very similar to what happened to Vic Darchinyan when he fought Mares. Kind of a flash knockdown.
That's a good point, guys. Well, Mares is 2-0-1 in 12-round fights, and Agbeko is 5-2. And both men won recent fights by having a very strong finish. But in this case, it's going to take a strong finish for Agbeko to possibly win this fight.
Mares rolling the Agbeko left hook. Agbeko now leaning over. Mares told us if he can catch Agbeko leaning over, the uppercuts will be very effective if he can time it.
I'll tell you what, from a fighter's perspective, it's nothing worse than going through a training camp and you get in a fight and nothing seems to work. I had that happen to me against Bernard Hopkins, and it's frustrating, and a lot of negative thoughts seem to enter your mind.
Inside the NFL will begin its 4th season here on Showtime with the season premiere Wednesday, September 7th at 9 p.m.
Well, there is an NFL season, and we're all excited about that. And Inside the NFL, an award-winning show that we're all happy to see back again. Well, Antonio talked about the right hand of Agbeko, and we've been talking about it. When he can get that punch in, it's very effective. That one over a lazy jab of Mares. And then later on in the round, it would be repeated. That right hand getting in there by Agbeko. And in all case, lead right hands, but still, he didn't need the jab to get him in.
Keep using the upper. And everything's fine. We just put a little Vaseline on it.
Watch your heads, guys. Watch your heads. Watch your heads.
A lot of grease on that eye. We start the 9th round scheduled for 12. Body work has been very important for both these fighters, especially Abner Mares. The left hook to the body. He's gone south of the belt line countless times. A point has not been taken away. And I'm sure that this is an issue that will be debated and talked about after this fight, regardless of the outcome.
Yeah, for 2 reasons. The one Antonio made, that it could be debilitating to Agbeko, and because it would change the scoring. And here we go again. Well, now he warned Agbeko for pulling down on Abner Mares' head.
Maybe he told both fighters before in the fighters meeting that the belt line was leaving.
I don't know. And Agbeko has not gone to the body almost at all. Now he gets a warning from Russell Mora for the clash of heads, as if he's initiating it. I'm just going to tell you, and I'm not trying to lean on Russell Mora. I'm not trying to be unfair in my criticism, but when you warn one fighter about a couple things all through the fight, and you don't take a point away from a guy for landing 20 low blows, it doesn't look good. And I'm not a guy that criticizes referees very often. There's a body punch from Agbeko. You know, he's gone downstairs so little, he could have tired Mares out. Mares was susceptible against Perez to body punches.
That overhand right again landed right on the kisser. And in the fighter's meeting, he said that he would definitely go to the body tonight. It's something that he hasn't done consistently.
Yep. 40 seconds ago in the 9th round. Agbeko very aggressive in this round.
Mares' defense has been better in this fight for the most part, and that's part of the reason why he's winning.
The jab has been really effective for Joseph Agbeko in this round, more so than the rounds before.
I agree.
Nice left hook at the end of the round, though, by Mares.
And Joseph Agbeko has no business throwing wide left hooks like that. None at all.
You don't use much of your strength. You know, just keep boxing him. Okay? Just keep boxing. You boxing. You go. Yeah, you go in with a lot of pressure. And keep it.
The one thing that Joseph Agbeko's been able to do in this fight from time to time, there he's going to the body, which he hasn't done much of. And that's where the head, he pushed down a little bit on the head, but also got hit low, and he's trying to claim he was hit low, and Russell Mora gives him the warning for holding. And there's the head that got in there a little bit to the chin of Mares, and he would get a warning for using the head from Russell Mora.
Abner Mares, Joseph Agbeko fighting for the Showtime Bantamweight Tournament Championship, as well as the IBF World Championship held by Agbeko in gold, Mares in gray. And we've talked about low blows. Well, I'm sure Vic Darchinyan, if he's watching this fight from his home in Australia, he can tell you something about Mares and low blows. As a matter of fact, he was so frustrated by the amount of low blows thrown by Mares in their fight that he created a video, sent it around, sending one to our Jimmy Lennon Jr.